Tips to be a baddie. You need to have your signature smell. There's no reason why you smell like a flat iron and the eggs you cooked in the morning. You do not ask men for the bare minimum. Remember, men are always checking for the woman that's not checking for them. Your nails and feet must always look decent. Just because winter is coming up, that doesn't mean your feet need to look like rust and crust. Yeah. Tips to be a baddie. Use a man's money to make you money. Just in case he leaves, that income is not gonna leave with him. Yeah. Because broke and baddie does not mix. Learn to say no. If you don't want to do something, no. If you don't want to go, no. Stop pleasing people at the expense of your own discomfort. If you feel uncomfortable about what you're wearing before you leave the house, take it off and change. It will affect your confidence when you get to your location.
How to elevate yourself into a real baddie. A baddie is not a snobbish woman. A baddie goes after her dreams. A baddie knows her worth. Hello bestie, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time tuning through, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Kindly comment down your thoughts and also give this video a thumbs up.
Tips on how to become the baddest bitch you can be and how to maintain it. This one is so important, but you need to start being more selfish, sis. And no, I don't mean become like a bitch and a selfish ass person, but I mean with your energy, with your time, what you allowed and who you allowed in your life is very important. People who add no value to your life have no business having access to you. And I do not just mean financially. I mean like if they are not bringing their energy, like you don't feel good around them, they're not, giving you knowledge or anything, like what are we doing here? No. You are not a national park and not everyone deserves entry, especially not for free. Limit your dairy intake, please. Trust me, I even struggle with this. I love cheese. But just try to limit. That shit is so bad for you, especially your skin. Like, as soon as I start eating it again, I feel like crap. I feel bloated. I start breaking out. So please, just please listen to me. While we're on the topic of skin, make sure you do at least 2 face masks a week. I have combination skin, so I do one that's hydrating and one that's exfoliating. Do what works for you, boo. If you ask for success and prepare for failure, you will get what you prepare for. That's a quote from The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. If you have not read that book, please go on YouTube and just listen to the audiobook. It is one of my favorite books and it has taught me so much. Basically, start behaving like what you're asking for. You cannot be asking the universe to put you in a room, but you're acting like you don't even belong on the block. Like, if you're asking God or the universe to become like a millionaire and successful, start behaving like that. Start building habits that a billionaire already has. Oh, I said billionaire, bitch. You see what I mean? The universe got you. You just have to believe it and start literally embracing it and acting like you already got it. We're on the topic of goals. Start writing down your daily goals. Focus on one at a time. And whatever you don't finish today, you have to get done the next day. So it keeps rolling until you complete the list. I learned this from a creator here on TikTok, but I cannot find the video or his profile to save my life. So if you guys know who I'm talking about, just tag him in the comments. This will help you be more productive and get shit done on time. Invest in a fragrance, sis. Not the one your homegirl uses. Find the one that works for you and invest in it. Smelling good is so important. I can't even stress this enough. Those bad habits that you know you should have been stopped doing, yeah, cut that shit out. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to stop telling your friends everything. Keep some things to yourself, especially those that have not happened yet, or you will be blocking your blessings. People want to see you do good but never better than them, especially those who started at the same level as you. Once you start outgrowing them, there will be envy. So next time something's going good for you, keep it cute and keep it on mute. We just take a fucking moment for this look. Now go be the baddest bitch. Get to work.
3 things you gotta stop doing if you really are the baddie you claim to be. Stop doing too much too soon. If he's just your boyfriend, why are you treating him like he's your husband? You really gotta ask yourself, what am I trying to prove and why? Because it looks like he's the prize and you're overcompensating for something you believe you lack. It's giving pick me. It's giving I want to be chosen so badly that I'm willing to give someone a premature title that they haven't earned. Stop allowing your current reality to rob you of what could be yours. Whatever pain or suffering you're going through, You gotta decide if you're gonna win in spite of it. There are people who decide to get something out of their pain and profit regardless. And then there are people who just resign themselves to taking more losses. You have to decide if you're gonna surrender to your suffering or if you're gonna be compensated for it. Stop being a spectator in life. Be a player. There are people who prefer just watching other people live their dreams, whether on TV or social media, but they're not actually willing to do the work. And then there are people who go out there and make it happen for themselves. Are you gonna just watch other people win and hate quietly from the sidelines? Or are you gonna get in the game and make your own plays?
4 ways to tell if you are truly a baddie. Number 1. You find the most comfort when you're sitting in your feminine. You will not align yourself with any job, man, or situation that has to force you to put you in your masculine energy. This includes things like splitting bills 50-50, having to work extremely hard with no breaks, or like me, having to work at all. Number 2, you absolutely adore getting dressed and all prettied up. This also includes taking care of your hair, nails, makeup, mental health, and anything that just makes you feel good. Number 3, you pride yourself on being a kind girl, not a nice girl. You are always sweet and kind, but you have firm boundaries that you don't let slip up for anybody. You have no problem reciprocating energy, but you also don't lower your energy for anybody. Number 4, you are intelligent. And no, I don't mean these big, high degrees. I mean you use your intuition and you listen to it and you trust it. You know that if something doesn't add up or something doesn't sound right, you need to immediately reevaluate. You are not easily gullible, and you think and analyze every single thing that you do before you do it. Last but not least, number 5, my favorite. Every man that you have ever dealt with has invested into you because he sees you as valuable. Men only invest in things that they deem valuable. These are all of the 4 ways you can tell that you are truly a baddie.
Do you know it's very hard for men to ghost beautiful women? Hold on now, because I know you're going to say, oh, but some men ghost women because they know they're not ready for her. A man is not going to approach a baddie that he know he's not ready for. Let's clock it. Yeah. Like the Louis Vuitton store. He know he can't afford it. He's not going inside. Yeah. If men keep ghosting you, then you need to emulate that baddie energy. Yeah. It's time for you to invest in yourself.
3 things I will always do as a baddie. 1, think highly of myself, even on my bad days. I don't care if I'm having a depressed day, anxious day, a stressful day. I will never speak down on myself. I might say, oh my gosh, this sucks so bad. What is going on around me? Why is this happening to me? But I will never say, I'm so dumb. Why would I ever do this to myself? I'm never going to speak down on myself. Doesn't help the situation, so why do it? Number 2, always keep up with my appearance, inside and outside the house.
I said what I said.
If I'm in the house, I will put on a cute robe, a lounge set, cute big t-shirt with cute fuzzy socks. If I go outside, I'm presenting myself the best way I can for whatever occasion it may be. And whoever wants to look at me, they can look, but ultimately it's for myself. And 3, I will always go after my goals, aspirations, and biggest dreams. I will never stop dreaming. Anything that I want in this life, I can get it. I just have to go and get it and figure out a way to get it. And that's that.
To be a baddie, you must not care about no one's chit-chat, thoughts, or feelings about you. Every person you meet is replaceable, so don't ever tolerate disrespect all because you fear being alone. The slightest of disrespect, next caller. Sometimes the best revenge is doing absolutely nothing. When you do nothing, they do the most. Remember, the person who cares the least has the upper hand.
Now here we are to part 3. In part 1 and 2, we learned the art of being a bitch, but that was only the dummy version. Now we're going to advance it to level 1. Here's what we're going to learn in level 1. First, you need to understand that looks matter. Every time that you step out into the world, the first thing people notice is how you look. Most people are not going to admit to it, but people are usually making assumptions and judgments about you just based off how you look. And that's just how humans are. And all of these big companies know it. Whenever they try to sell you something, how do they capture your attention? They make it look aesthetically pleasing to you. Even when you see people shopping at the grocery store, You see people in the produce area going through the fruits looking for the best looking one. You see it all the time. When you go into an interview for a job, you make sure that you're dressed well and that you're presenting yourself well. Yeah, experience and knowledge will matter, but how you look makes a big difference. Right, look at this. It's still me, but I changed my look a little bit and now I'm giving you something else, right? Like, look, watch. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't really deny that this look is giving you signals that I'm probably smart. Now, I'm not saying that looks are everything, but we can't deny that it makes a big impact. So a bitch understands that looks can influence people, whether it's a positive reaction or a negative reaction. And people are going to try to convince you otherwise, but you're not going to be fooled by that. There is going to be exceptions to it, but that's going to be rare. Moving on. Next is alignment over authenticity. That's probably confusing. So when it comes to authenticity, it's staying true to yourself, right? It's an expression of your truest self. The thing about yourself is always changing because there's a lot of different sides to you. So depending on your mood or depending on your emotion, it's going to be a different you know what I mean? So who you are when you're happy or who you are when you're angry is you, and how you express that is authentically you. So there's emotions involved when it comes to your authenticity. When it comes to alignment is like, it's like staying on course. Think of an airplane. When an airplane is trying to get to its destination, it has to stay on course and it can't be off even by just a degree, because if it's off just by that degree, it's going to take it to a completely different place. That might still be confusing, so let me do this example. Let's say that you have a toxic ex, right? And this ex reaches out to you after a few months of going no contact. You feel happy, excited even that your ex reached out to you. And deep down, you want them back in your life. That is authentic. But when you're prioritizing alignment, this is going to make you pause and ask yourself, does this align with where I want to go? If I allow this person back into my life, is it going to take me off course? Deep down, you already know the answer to that. But there's a part of you that loves this person and even wants this person back in your life. And this is where people usually get stuck in cycles because we are so driven by our emotions. But when you become a bitch, you will not allow anything to compromise your alignment, no matter how you feel. It doesn't matter who she loves. She will always choose herself. A bitch will not allow anything or anyone to get in the way of where she wants to go and who she wants to be. Next, assess your environment. And I mean every single environment. So anywhere you go on your day-to-day. So it'll be your job, your home, and even the friends you hang out with. I don't give a fuck what people have told you. See things for what they are. People usually say, oh, you need to look for the good in everything. No, you need to look for the truth. If you've ever been around the people in your environment and you've thought, these people are fucked up, these people are shady, that's probably true. You need to see things for what they are, because when you're not in the right environment, you will not grow. You will not thrive there. You will be stuck. Make the choices and create the plan and do whatever it takes to get out of that environment.
If y'all don't listen to anything, listen to this. Bad bitch pro tip. Please stop going outside just to be outside. Like, you do not need to be at every party, every function, every event, especially if you're doing it out of FOMO. Like you don't want to be there, but you don't want to miss out. Let your presence be missed. Take some off days. Go to the museum. Learn about yourself. Stay in and study. Your face does not need to be too familiar. As a bad bitch, we come in and we step out, but our presence shouldn't always feel inevitable. You should be able to walk in and people are like head turning because you're that bitch, yeah, but it's also because they don't really see you often. But your presence shouldn't always be assumed. Your presence shouldn't always be expected, but you can still make those heads turn with your confidence, with your aura, because you're walking in a room not on your phone, with your open body language. Bad bitches don't go to just anything. Follow for more.
Yeah.
Because being a baddie, you have to be disciplined because looking good is not easy. It takes a lot of discipline to say, okay, you know what? I can't have 5 cheeseburgers today. Or you know what? I can't have that cheeseburger today. I have to eat a salad. Or you know what? I can't eat that whole bowl of rice. I have to eat only half because I want to make sure my stomach stays flat. So being a baddie is it actually requires a lot. It's very easy to be ugly. To be ugly is easy because you don't have to care about how your stomach look. You don't have to care if you get your nails done. You don't have to. It's easier to be ugly than it is to be pretty.
Now, get ready for class. Being a bitch does not mean that you're out here being mean to people and spreading hate. No, I am going to teach you how to protect yourself from people that are weaponizing your kindness. Let's start. We're going to learn the art of being a bitch, and this is the dummy version because you don't know this. First things first, you're going to claim your power back. When you're pretty, you attract all kinds of attention, good attention and bad attention. And there are people who get triggered by you just because of how you look. Even if you're nice, kind, or respectful, they are still going to be triggered by you because of how you look. So you may receive treatment that you don't deserve. So you're gonna need to stop feeling that way about yourself. You're gonna need to stop feeling like something's wrong with you. Because the longer you feel like something's wrong with you, you nitpick yourself and you're always looking for something wrong with you that you're not able to be yourself anymore and you lose your confidence. So you need to claim your power back, girl. This is the part that's going to take the longest because you're going to have to look back on all those times where you were hurt and it's going to be painful, but you're going to have to heal all of that pain. Are you following? Because we're moving on. Next, learn to size people up. When you're someone who's attractive, people are going to put you up on a pedestal. If that's confusing, let me explain. In life, there's this hierarchy, right? And in this hierarchy, there are people at the top and then people at the bottom and then there's people in the middle, all right? Immediately when you walk into a room, people are sizing you up. They're looking where to place you in this hierarchy. But when you're someone who's pretty or attractive, even just a little bit, they're placing you up there depending on the level of prettiness and attractiveness that you have. They are sizing you and trying to put you in this thing and seeing where you belong. When you're pretty or attractive, people just kind of accidentally put you up there. This can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. You're probably thinking, where is this hierarchy? Where is this leaderboard? I don't see it. It's in their head. And you're the only one who's lost because you don't know it. You don't know it and you don't see it because no one has ever taught it to you. Are you still following? If you're still lost, then I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to go look for another teacher. We're moving on. Now that that's clear, now we're going to need to learn your place with people. You have to learn where they've placed you in this. Are you still following? You are basically going to have to do to them what they're doing to you. You're also going to have to look at them and size them up and place them in this hierarchy. You have to learn what this thing is, this hierarchy. And you have to know where they have placed you in their hierarchy. You know? It's going to be confusing because it's all invisible. It's inside their head, so you're going to have to guess. But if you get good at learning what this hierarchy is, you'll be able to tell immediately when you walk into a room just by looking at someone. You're going to get good at sizing them up. Now, when you're pretty, you're usually up here. And if you're someone who's humble and you don't think highly of yourself, it doesn't matter because they think you're up here and they've already made assumptions about you because you're there. And if you're someone who's naive, you've been placed here without even knowing, and you're not ready for the challenges that come up from being here. It's like when you're playing a video game. You have to start at level 1, right? But when you're pretty, they immediately put you at like level I don't know where, and then all of a sudden you get attacked and you don't know why because you don't know the game. You haven't lived long enough. You haven't had enough practice. And no one was there for you to teach this to you. So you're going out into the real world and you're not ready for these people. You're not ready for what the world is like. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. So let's say there's levels and they put you at like level 9. You've never played the game. You're not ready for the challenges in level 9. But they assume that you know. You feel me on that? So you need to size people up and you need to size yourself up and then you need to know your place.
How to be a baddie. I'm just gonna guide you through the mindset that keeps you
feeling like a bad bleep all the time. First tip is invest in your style, okay? Get rid of the clothes that don't make you feel confident and invest in some that you can wear long term that do match your style. Second tip is that you need to realize that nobody is unattainable. If you like someone, you have a chance with everybody you like. And if someone does you wrong, forgive, but don't forget. We're not trying to fall for the same traps twice.
Ladies, these are some tips on being a bad bitch. Pay close attention. If you didn't do anything wrong, you have nothing to be afraid of. If someone wants to confront you, let them, because you're innocent. Guilt tripping is a form of manipulation, and once you stop letting people make you feel sorry for them, you'll reclaim your power. Stop letting your ego get in the way of your peace. Who cares if they're talking shit about you? Who cares if they're calling you crazy? Use that block button. Cut them off. It doesn't matter. Protect your peace. Bad bitches are always succeeding and doing better for themselves. You know why? Because they're only focused on themselves. Do the same. Stop worrying about other people.
Today I'm going to teach you guys how you're going to package yourself to actually look like you are worth spoiling. So if you are a baddie but you're on a budget, as in baddie way not to get money, baddie way not to hold, but you won't still look good, listen to this video. Today we are going to talk about wigs. So I'm going to show you the only 3 types of wigs that you need in your closet. Remember, good girls, my video no be for you. Oh. My video is only for baddies, bad girls only. The first assignment I'm going to give to you, you know all those your plenty synthetic wigs, all those 30 inches synthetic wigs in different color. Pack all of them, put them for inside cellophane, go throw away them for dustbin. First things first. You see those money that you are using to buy all those plenty synthetic wigs. If you put those money together, you would have used it to get these 3 wigs that I want to tell you. These are the only 3 wigs that you need as a baddie to upgrade yourself, to look better, to look prettier. Girls! The first wig is a short bob wig. I would recommend from 8 inches to 14 inches maximum. This is what I'm talking about. This type of wigs, they are very easy to maintain. You don't need to do too much. Just stretch it out when you want to go out in the morning. Or if you don't have a stretcher, put heat protectants and just press it with your iron. Make sure that you're not touching the closure. Just press it and you're good to go. You could wear this to work, school, church, outing, date with your man. You can wear this literally anywhere. It's a very affordable wig as well. Number 2 is a curly wig. For this one, I would recommend 12 to 16 inches because you don't want it to be too long. Curly wigs are very easy to maintain. All you need is water, literally water in a spray can. Let me show you the spray can. Get this kind of spray can, this one, and just spray it and brush out. You don't need any mousse, you don't need any conditioner, you don't need to add anything to it, only water. That is what I use to maintain all of my curly hairs. Something like this is what I'm talking about. You can see this looks very pretty. Also get something like this. This one is in like something like this is also very cute, and when you wet it, it could look like this. The third type of wig that you need is a body wave wig. For this one, I would recommend from 12 inches to whatever inches you can afford. Quickly, something like this, a shortlet like this is also very nice, and something like this. And what I've noticed is when it comes to body wave wigs, shorter length even looks really pretty if you don't have more. Remember, you are a baddie on a budget. You don't want to cosplay what you're not. So get something that's affordable. As long as the hair has iota of human hair, it's okay. But don't buy synthetic, don't buy rubber, don't buy human hair blend. There is nothing blended in it. There is no single human hair blended in that wig. If you live in Lagos, I would say go to Trade Fair, go to Abialine and get yourself a wig. Leave Instagram vendors alone. Don't go to Instagram vendors to buy, because that wig is already ×2. Go to the market, buy all those packet hair ones that look like human hair, that you know that okay, they have that feel of human hair, not blend, not synthetic, and put it in a wig, or tell someone to put it in a wig. Don't be bothered about getting frontal. You cannot maintain it. You don't have money now. You are broke. And the smallest closure, as long as it's showing like closure, the smallest closure is good for you. So that's my advice for today. Like and follow for more. For more. Bye, girls. Make sure you leave a comment, okay? Love you.
Look, ladies, the way to come across as a bitch, to not be fucked with when you're actually a nice girl inside, is very simple. Lower your nonverbals. What are your nonverbals? What you don't use your words with. That means your smile, the eyes, the laughter. Motherfucker, he's not that fucking funny. Why are you laughing at all of his jokes? You know what I'm saying? Lower your nonverbals. That means you speak slower. You respond slower. You move slower. You take up a little bit more space, right? And you don't make as much eye contact, right? Because when you don't like somebody, you don't look at them that much. That will give an air of power, and it'll create insecurity in a person because they want to see you smile. You get what I'm trying to say? By just doing that, and then slowing down the texting, you will come across as more of a bitch, as a nice girl, and guys will like you more. For more toxic advice, go to Mindful Attraction 2.0 on YouTube, and for more toxic dating advice on TikTok, follow me.
Maybe for this one, but I just feel like it needs to be said. Someone say bad bitch pro tip. If you just posted a picture on Instagram, let's say, and you know those pictures eat, make sure the caption matches. No more just updating my this her pictures. No more let me remind you. No more the top pic and the top pic, please. The caption has to be just as engaging as the post to get the engagement you want and to make sure people know that you're not one to be played with. For example, I posted a picture on Instagram where I was giving y'all pure gluttony, and my caption was, how's this for the group chat? Picture 8, caption 8, there's nothing you can say. When you post on Instagram, it's to shut the app down and let everybody know that you know you're that girl. And yes, the picture can eat, but people will scroll if that caption is corny.
Hope you've picked out 1 or 2 things to better elevate yourself into a better woman, okay? That is what a baddie is all about. You become the better version of yourself. Thank you all so much for your support. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Kindly give this video a thumbs up and also comment down your thoughts. Don't forget to check out my other videos.